All right, everyone. Welcome to this weekend Sidereal Astrology forecast for October 21st to the 22nd of 2017. Yeah, and this is for Sidereal. If you are new to the channel, definitely check out the link down below. The signs are different than mainstream astrology. All right, so this weekend, not a whole lot going on astrologically speaking. It's going to be a very short and sweet video, actually. But I do want to mention that the moon is in Libra Saturday, shifting into Scorpio the second half of Sunday. So the big emphasis of the weekend is that we just started a new moon, and this was last Thursday. So this crescent phase, this beginning phase, is all about planting a bunch of new seeds, experimenting, trying new things, being flexible and adaptive in terms of what this whole new beginning is that is shaping up for all of us in some way. So I think it's a great weekend for doing that, trying new things, experimenting. On Saturday, maybe emphasizing a bit on the relationship side of things, and maybe the first half of Sunday as well, in the context of seeing how we can work with others, cooperate, give and take. And with Libra, like maybe matters pertaining to justice or morality, doing the right thing. And all in all, just bringing in equality in our life, I think can be the backdrop. And then as we get into the second half of Sunday, probably more into the deeper side of things as we go into Monday. Once a month, the moon goes into Scorpio and Ophiuchus, which is the time of uncovering the emotions and so that we can accept them and heal and face our fears and transform, which is what those signs are all about. All right, so let's go and look at all of this here in a bit more detail. All right, so here's the sky for Saturday. And the moon in Libra here does emphasize balance. Libra, the scales. It often does represent interactions where we're having to find balance in relationships, but it's not always relationships. It's essentially bringing balance to our life in general. So a great day, Saturday, first half of Sunday even, to see if there's anything in your life that you can bring back into balance. Right? Is there anything that's out of balance that you can put more energy into? Is there too much concentration of energy into some other thing like work or home or relationships where it's creating an imbalance in other areas? So great time to do this. And again, I think seeing how we can find equality in our relationships as well. So in terms of Saturday, we do have some lunar aspects. The moon will be sextiling up to Pluto. The first half of the day, nothing major. In fact, just a lot of sextiles for the most part this weekend, which are basically openings. They're not really like necessarily emotional pulls like a trine might be or a square might be, but just an opening. And I think the first half of Saturday does make it really good for anything plutonic. Pluto is about facing fears, but that can come easy, I think, on Saturday in particular. Pluto is also about uncovering hidden things and research and diving deep with whatever it is that you want to dive deep with. So nothing major, but I think there is this good synergy between the truth and the depth and the willingness to, connect to the depth and the truth that is taking place emotionally the first half of the day. Then as we get into and by the way, the moon square north node, not very personal, but if there is anything on Saturday you feel like you can challenge yourself towards along your life journey, along your life path, great. And I think that coincides with this whole crescent phase, this beginning phase of the new moon. It's a great time to be, like I said, experimenting, trying new things. Anyways, won't be challenging to do that, but getting getting those steps moving, that ball moving, is a great way of working with this weekend. So as we get into Sunday, the moon does trine Chiron, so there could be a feeling of refreshness, feeling healed. With Chiron and Pisces, maybe a bit easygoing this weekend, right? Willing to go with the flow, surrender, trust. Maybe it's not a given, but if so, I think collectively on some level there is this sense of rejuvenation with the more receptive side of life. And so, yeah, the first half of Sunday does suggest still that Libra energy of equality and balance. And the moon will be sextiling up to Mars. So first half of Sunday, good for anything that involves activity, like active energy, whether it's working out or anything that requires initiative, movement. Again, assisting this new beginning phase of the cycle. And then also maybe just feeling a bit confident, or like we do have a bit of a spark for energy or passion to, again, get things moving in our life, which is good. And then as we get into the second half of Sunday, that's when the moon will be shifting into watery Scorpio, suggesting going into next week, into Monday, a bit of this deeper energy, right? So the moon's not comfortable here. So collectively, this is like our feelings that are very private coming into the area, Scorpio, which is about unveiling, right? Bringing to the surface the hidden. And so anything we can do where we're willing to open up, whether it's with ourselves, our relationships, life in general, right? And to dive deep, to be aware of the emotions on one hand, and then also accept them on the other, because it's really through the acceptance that we transform, right? And so our willingness to do that can help us get on the right side of this, because it is suggesting that on some level, we are wanting this deeper connection to life. And if we're willing to do that consciously, then it helps us align to our feelings. All right, so I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thank you again for all of your likes, comments, and shares with all these videos. And I'll see you on Monday for the daily forecast. Take care.